Montana, the governor declaring a statewide disaster due to this historic flooding. Right now, because of that flooding and the risk of rock and mudslides, the oldest national park in the U.S., Yellowstone National Park, is closed indefinitely. The National Park Service calling the conditions there extremely hazardous, with more than 2 million acre park breaking its all-time record for flooding by nearly 2 feet. So joining us now is Yellowstone tour guide Sean Jansen. Sean, we appreciate you being here. You know, in your time as a park guide, have you ever seen flooding like this?
Hi, Nicole. No, absolutely not. These are unprecedented floods. Devastation to this level in Yellowstone National Park has not hit since 1988 during the Great Fires that hit. So the flooding in the park and the road closures are absolutely devastating this year and nothing we have ever seen before.
All right, so Sean, you mentioned the road closures there. I know that all entrances to the park are now shut down. Just talk about what's being done in reaction to all the flooding.
The first thing that the Park Service is doing is they absolutely closed the northern part of the park, which is where the video that you guys are looking at now is being filmed. That is where most of the devastation is taking place inside the park. So as of right now, all 5 entrances to Yellowstone are closed due to the flooding and are still closed until further notice. That being said, when we were in the park yesterday, they did evacuate all remaining guests and guides alike inside the park. And as of right now, they're going to continue with this trend until the water levels do recede.
You know, and looking at that video, it's really just unbelievable there. Sean, how soon do you think the park could reopen? And when it finally does, is this going to be a different experience for visitors?
It's going to be a wildly different experience. Now, I'm hearing rumors now about the park potentially opening within 5 days' time. But even then, it's still going to be under really limited uses. They're already contemplating making a reservation system to limit the amount of people to enter the park. That being said, only 3 out of the 5 entrances will be open to the park. The northern 2 entrances will be closed undoubtedly for the rest of the season, if I had to bet my money on it, based on road conditions, as that's going to take years, if not longer, to repair.
And just talk about the evacuations a little bit, Sean. How did those evacuations go of the final visitors there?
So it came in every shape and form you can think of. The immediate and easy evacuations were quite simple with regards to just ushering people out of the park in their own private vehicles. However, some were more dire in that they had to leave their stuff as if people were camping in the park. They had to leave. Some people had to leave their RVs and trailers, even their tents remaining. For those that were in more isolated areas, there were rumors of people having to get floated out with rafts when the conditions were safe. And then, of course, there were people airlifted out as well. And as we speak, there are still people isolated that are getting supplies flown into them.
Wow. Okay. So, yeah, that was going to be my next question to you. Wow. I know certainly a potentially very dangerous situation there. Sean Jansen, Yellowstone tour guide, thank you so much for your time. And you please stay safe as well.
I will do my best, Nicole. Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.